SignNow or SignEasy, two leaders in e-signatures, one big question: which one really delivers? On the left, SignNow, enterprise-ready and packed with features. And on the right, SignEasy, where simplicity meets smart e-signatures. Let's skip the buzzwords and get to the real stuff. Each category earns points, and at the end you'll see exactly who comes out on top. The result might not be what you expect. So here's our mind map. Just so you know, we're comparing across a bunch of categories: pricing, security, ease of use, features and automation, integrations, customer support, user ratings, and even innovation. Oh, and if you're keeping score, we'll give you our honest take at the end. First up, pricing. Let's be real, this is where things get spicy. With SignNow, you get competitive plans starting at about $20 per user per month, and if you're a big enterprise, yeah, they'll work something out for you. But heads up, I've heard about some hidden renewal fees, and discounts aren't really their thing. Now, SignEasy, they come in with plans as low as $12 a month for individuals, which is kind of wild, and their business offering starts at $36. Plus, unlimited envelopes flexibility, full credit on unused envelopes, really clear, really upfront. Per-user pricing can get a bit hefty if you've got a huge team, but honestly, overall, SignEasy takes the win here for pricing. Let's slide over to security and compliance, because if you're sending contracts for signatures, you want them locked down. SignNow nails enterprise-grade encryption, SOC 2, super detailed audit trails. Some of that top-tier security is only on higher plans, but it's enterprise-ready for real. On the flip side, SignEasy is HIPAA compliant, supports everything that makes your signature legally binding, and keeps audit trails tamper-proof, but their audit history isn't quite as deep as SignNow. Yep, SignNow is the clear winner when it comes to rock-solid security. Alright, ease of use and interface. SignNow has pretty good mobile apps, offline signing, and even a handy kiosk mode for events. Neat, right? But I've gotta say, some of those advanced workflows can get kinda tricky to figure out, especially if you're used to simple tools. Now, with SignEasy, the experience is just smooth. It's super intuitive, minimal training needed, and bugs basically non-existent. Sure, you might not get every mind-blowing automation, but the basics are all there. SignEasy definitely wins for sheer ease and interface. Oh, and here's something cool. Did you know that 84% of users say eSignatures/contract turnaround from days to just hours? Seriously, that's a game changer. Now, features and automation, and wow, both these tools bring some fire. SignNow has deep workflow automation, custom setups, even kiosk mode for in-person deals. The catch: if you're on a lower plan, some automation is locked. SignEasy, though, they go smart: AI-powered agreement summaries and data extraction, and loads of ways to sign. Their automation isn't quite as deep as SignNow's, especially if you're on entry-level plans. When it comes to sheer power and options, SignNow snags this one. Moving on to integrations, this is where you want your e-signature tool to play nice with everything else you use. SignNow comes in strong, over 200 integrations, from CRMs to your cloud storage to productivity suites. Of course, advanced stuff might need a pricier plan, so just heads up there. SignEasy supports the basics: Google Workspace, Teams, but it's nowhere close to SignNow's giant list. Some deeper links require API access. So if you're obsessed with connected workflows, SignNow is your pick. Alright, let's talk customer support. SignNow gives you a dedicated manager for the big enterprise plans, but here's the thing: 24/7 support isn't always there, and responses globally can be a little hit or miss. Now, SignEasy, this is actually kinda cool for SMBs. Support in all time zones, dedicated managers for everyone, and response times that are super quick, like under 5 minutes. Some basic plans miss on all the support channels, but for most people, SignEasy definitely wins. User ratings and analyst recognition. So here's the scoop: SignNow's got a net promoter score above 70, and those analyst badges, IDC, Gartner, strong presence, but customer support gets mixed reviews. Now, SignEasy, NPS 84, which is wild for e-signatures. Everyone's talking about the great support and ease of use. Analysts don't tout SignEasy quite as often, but users, actual people, love it. For sheer loyalty and user love, SignEasy takes this round. Innovation and R&D, who's pushing the limits? SignNow holds 5 patents and has several more in the works, but there isn't much outward evidence of them really shaking up the industry. SignEasy, though, they're on the move. More patents being filed, 50% of their team is solely focused on R&D, and they're constantly dropping new AI features. There isn't loads of external reporting or awards on innovation, but if you want fresh tech, SignEasy is your future-proof pick. If you're a visual person, here's a quick radar chart rounding up all the scores. You'll see that SignEasy pretty much dominates on pricing, ease, support, ratings, and innovation. SignNow scores highest when it comes to enterprise security, deep automation, and integrations. Basically, each tool has its top zones and quirks, you just gotta pick which lanes matter to you. So you know what, here's my take. If you want major automation, power features, and you live and breathe integrations, SignNow is your guy. But if you're all about a super clean interface, instant support, smart AI features, and you want to know you're not getting hidden fees, then honestly, SignEasy is absolutely the move, especially if you're in a small business or flying solo. Both bring something serious to the table, just depends on your workflow. If this comparison helped, don't forget to bookmark it for your next eSignature decision. Go check out those free trials, seriously, your contracts and your team will thank you.